on location at my ballet studio. Today I wanted to talk to you about what I love about ballet and what I don't love so much about ballet. Now, I am an adult beginner ballet student. I did just get my pointe shoes, as you can see back there, and I'll really be starting that process of breaking in and working on that portion of ballet. So this is sort of from a beginner adult ballet student's perspective. I've been dancing for, well, really I've been dancing for about 17 years. I think all of us brown-skinned chicks have been dancing since we could walk. You know, that's just something that's part of our culture. We used to do like these talent shows at family reunions, and my cousins and I, we would put on a show doing a dance to hip-hop or R&B. In 2003, I began doing worship dance, which for a lot of people, that's not really dance. Like when you know, liturgical dance or Christian dance is many things. And you start off really signing, like you're doing signs and you're moving, but there's not a lot of movement with your feet. And now that I am a dancer, I appreciate the art of dance, the effort behind it, the skill set behind dance. And so I don't like to just throw around the word dance when it's okay to. Expressive movement is beautiful, expressive movement is powerful, but we want to call what's dance, dance. And generally, dance is involving more than just moving your upper body, it's moving your whole body, especially moving around, moving your feet. So I would say that I started out really signing, and then around 2008, 2009, I got introduced to a liturgical dancer who was a pastor and was leading a movement in my local community, just helping people to excel in that skill of Christian dance. And she knew a lot of ballet, a lot of modern dance, even jazz. And so she helped me open up, I guess, to a new experience in liturgical dance. And I should mention that around 2006, which was 2 years before I even met this lady, the Lord really began to give me this vision of dance, like really for real dancing with a skill set for him in front of thousands. Like I just began to see these visions, and I really felt compelled to look at the history of all dance because God created dance. So when I came to Transcend Normal, which at the time was at a local fitness studio, I was really just excited and blown away by what I was experiencing. So that's just a little bit of background, a little bit of history, but I want to share what I absolutely love about ballet. And one of those things is it is very structured, it's very historic, it has a good foundation. And I will talk about this on the flip side about what I don't love so much, because both of them are connected. But it's like it's a black and white, it's not a black and white thing, but it's kind of a two-edged sword, I guess I should say. Because what I love about ballet is that it is very structured, it's very consistent, and because of that, you know what to expect each day. You have a set of skills that you know you need to learn and you need to perfect, and it's the same every single day. When you go home, you know what you can practice. I love that about ballet. The plie, tendu, frappe, fondu, the dégagés, the rondejons, the grand battements, like all of those skill sets, the turns, they're all the same, and it's the same thing every day. And you know, really, liturgical dance and Christian dance is an incorporation of all sorts of dances, and a lot of it's taught by people who were never had any professional training, and so we didn't really have names for every little thing that we did. And what I love about ballet is that there's a name for every move. There's a name for it, and I just think that's awesome because it's easier to put together choreography when you can say, you know, do a développé, do a passé, do a whatever. You know, you can kind of develop choreography in your head a lot quicker when there's a name for every movement. So that's what's cool. That's what I love about ballet. Another thing that I love, number 2, that I love about ballet is, I wrote about this in my blog, but it teaches you life lessons, because it does take a lot of consistency. It takes a lot of strength, determination. And so what I learned from ballet is just that the details matter, and every little thing builds upon itself. And it's great to see your own personal progress as you keep doing those same consistent moves every time. So that flows into my first and second, kind of flow into each other about what I love about ballet. And I think, I haven't gotten deep into it, but I think I'm gonna love point shoes too. I think that, I mean, this is a segue into the third thing that I love about ballet, which is just beautiful. The clean lines, the movements, the gracefulness. It's just a beautiful form of dance, and I think that it is a great foundation to other things. I want to learn modern dance and get into lyrical dance, which is basically, you know, what Christian dance is. It's sort of like a modern lyrical dance. Modern, sort of like a mixture of everything, I believe, and lyrical dance is very expressive depending on lyrics, and that's what Christian dance is, even though you can dance to music, Christian music that doesn't have lyrics. So those are my 3 things that I absolutely love. Some things that I don't love so much, which goes into the first thing I said, is that ballet is structured. So the bad thing about the need for ballet to be very structured and consistent, and it goes back into history and it's always reflecting back. The problem with that is that it's hard for ballet to evolve with the rest of the world. I watched a documentary called Black Ballerina, and that really helped me to understand like how that sort of mindset in ballet excludes people, but also is hurting the art itself, the art form itself. That's the bad thing about ballet's grasp on the historical, and looking back to 1 or 2 choreographers and getting all of their inspiration from that choreographer's mindset and his way of looking at things. And I think that it holds back the art form, and that's why a lot of people end up drifting into different art forms, because, you know, it's limited. So my inspiration is just to bring some life to the ballet, to encourage those who are of different skin tones, tall, skinny, heavy set, whatever, that maybe they can learn to appreciate and know that, hey, I don't have to be limited by this consistent look, that I can be different. I can be heavy, I could be really, really tall or really, really short, but I can still be on point. I can still dance, you know, ballet, whether it's in the middle of the street. You know, you don't have to be limited by the fact that some big company somewhere won't accept you because you don't look a certain way. No one, your dance, your studio, your stage is everywhere and anywhere, and no one can tell you you can't dance. So that's my inspiration as far as like that thing. And I have to say that's really the main thing I don't love so much. Oh, another thing I don't love so much is the music. It's like classical music, and I love music that has a soul to it, and that's what inspires me to move. So that's been challenging. It's kind of fun, but it's also challenging because I know who I am on the inside, and so I'm waiting to kind of find a song that's me, that I can dance to, and that's not an orchestra, you know. Yeah, but other than that, so I had 3 things I love, 2 things I don't love so much. I can't think of anything else at the moment, but I really, if you love dance, no matter your age, you can really you can always learn more, and you can become who you want to be, and nothing can stop you. No one, nothing can stop you from being what you want to be if you're determined to get there. And I think that any dance form requires a level of determination, but especially ballet. So if you want to challenge yourself, find an adult ballet class, get adventurous. That's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I'm about to hurt my feet and get on my pointe shoes. God bless, like, subscribe. Talk to you guys later.